Okay, so on my mark, Logan, in 3, 2, 1. Start up my Vanguard.
And up like Vanguard.
Alright.
Who do you have there?
Shojodoji. Alright,
This
so...
is youth, following in footsteps youth.
Alright, so here I'm gonna go. Draw. Okay, I'm going to be discarding my critical trigger and riding into the Grade 1 Shojodoji. So Grade 1 Shojodoji skill is that when this unit is placed on the Vanguard circle, I look at the top 5 cards of my deck and put a stealth normal unit, two stealth normal units, choose one of them, put them into the soul, and the other goes into the bind zone. And then after that, I shuffle my deck. So in this case, I would choose... You know what? I think I want to keep you in the deck to find later. So I'll be putting in Gomaon and Jakumetsu Arts. Alright? Jakumetsu Arts goes into bind, which I'll put here. And this one will go into the soul. Alrighty, and then I shuffle. Right, now I pass the turn over to you.
Alright. Well, this is going to be a first. I have a little sneak preview of what's to happen for this Dragon Empire line. Alright. I'm dropping a Knight of Fracture Snizel so that I can ride into Determined Breakaway Youth using the starter skill. I like it to draw a card. Time to strike the Vanguard with Youth.
Okay, no god.
Check the drive. Vrita, nothing there.
Okay, damage check, heal trigger, nothing there to heal. So, alright.
It's your move.
Stand and I draw. Okay. Discarding Jakumetsu Arts, riding into the Grade 2 Shojodoji. Same thing. When placed on the Vanguard circle, like the top 5 cards. Alright, then I put one of the cards that I looked into the soul, and the other goes into the bind. So, unfortunately, my choices are a little limited. So, I am going to be putting the Grade 3 Shojodoji into the soul. Alright, and then I'm putting any others into the bind. Oh, sorry, no. Yeah, put one into the soul, then the rest call out. So choose 2 among them. Then I'll just shuffle the rest. I'm not choosing a second target. That's not too much of a bother for me. Looking at you and being a Grade 1 and knowing what it is, I probably will want to push the envelope a little bit. So I'm going to call Forktail. Forktail skill, look at the top 7 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Choose a glitter unit or a stealth normal unit and move it into the soul. In this case, I will probably be sending Hadan Rare Soul into the soul. Alright. Okay. Alright, so now I'll go into the attack. So I'll attack first with Forktail.
Any on-hit skills?
No on-hit skills across the board.
Very well. This attack is a no guard, and it's a critical trigger there, so I'm adding 10,000 power for it to use.
Alright, Shojodoji will be attacking you. This is 1 trigger to pass.
I'll leave it up to chance. No guard.
Alright, drive check. No trigger, no damage to you. Alright, then I pass the turn.
Draw for turn. Stand up the thing. Stand up the unit. And dropping a critical trigger. Urge to ride Knight of Ardent Light Youth. Using the Grade 1 skill. Soul Blast 1 to take a look at the top 3 cards of my deck. Let's see. Looks like I'll be adding a Skyfall Arms from those 3 cards.
Okay.
The rest go on the bottom of my deck in any order that I wish. Alright. Now I'll strike with Knight of Ardent Light Youth.
Okay, I will no guard that.
And the check. It's a heal trigger. How much damage you got?
1.
Alright, so I will heal 1 point of damage because we're equal. And I'll give the 10,000 power, of course, to Knight of Art and Light.
Alright, damage check. Draw trigger. I get to draw 1. And yeah, that's it. Plus thank you to my Vanguard.
Alright. Although, this might be a little, crazy for me. Show me what the grade 3 of this ride line is all about. Won't you, Captain?
It is, for sure. But as I get my turn back, I will stand and I draw. Alrighty, so I am going to be discarding my grade 2 and riding into the grade 3 Shojodoji. So it's good that you played things safe at the moment right now, but that doesn't mean that I am not offline in that sense. So I pull away Forktail, and I will be calling Unprecedented, calling another Forktail. Right, same thing. We're gonna look at the top 7. In this case, no glitter, of course. So I'm just gonna send a normal stuff unit. In this case, you know what? Jakumetsu Arts will go in there. Alrighty. Okay, and shuffle. Okay, now let me consider what I need to do first, because with the Shojodoji deck, I do have to consider what do I need to do in order to get the maximum benefit out of this. And from the looks of it, I'm gonna be activating his X skill. It won't do anything to you at the moment right now. However, I'll be sending 2 normal stuff units to the bind. In this case, I'll be sending the grade 2 and the grade 1 into the bind zone. Alright, the skill will phase out because I don't have any units that I could send to the bind zone from your side. However, for these 2, they have the same exact skill, which is Soul Blast 1, and call them to a Regard Circle. So I'm gonna be blasting out Shojodoji and also the grade 0, and calling these 2 out in this column. Alright. Okay, so let me just double check the readings from there. Okay, nothing happens from here. So I'm gonna be attacking with this column right now, going to my battle phase. This is gonna be attacking for 21.
That's a no guard. Check the damage. Nothing there.
Alrighty, so Shojodoji will attack for 21 too as well. However, Shojodoji's skill, when this unit attacks the Vanguard, counter blast 1, send 2 Regards into the soul. Then choose a normal stuff unit from my bind and call it the Regard Circle. If my opponent is grade 3 or higher, which in this case is not, those called units get plus 10k. So no power gain over here. Skill, when it's called from the bind zone to a Regard Circle, this unit gets plus 5k. So this is gonna be hard hitting. Attacking for 21.
I'll let the Vanguard attack go through. No guard.
Alright, drive check. Critical trigger. So critical to the Vanguard. And I'll give power to Jakumetsu Arts. Second check, front trigger. All units in my front row gets plus 10k.
Right.
Can't be too careful when I fight against Youthberk, so go ahead. Oh, double Sequana. Oof. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to be attacking with the Shojodojis on this side. So this is 18. 18 plus 10, 28.
And how much will the other rear guard?
So currently 10, 25, so it's 35.
35.
Mm-hmm.
I'll guard with Farida and Volition Rigger Dragon.
Okay, alright. Right, then it is 35 coming after you.
No guard. Damage check. A front trigger there.
Okay. Alright, so that is the end of my turn. I pass it over to you.
It's tough facing a new ride line that you don't know about, but that's why I'm going to take on the challenge.
That's what it's all about.
Regardless, it's time to destruct the heavens, for I shall ride Youthberk Skyfall Arms. Using Ignite of Ardent Light skill, I'll bring back Schneisel from the drop zone to my hand. Using Youthberk's own skill, I'll drop a Wayward Therapy Angel to take a look at the top 3 cards in my deck.
Alright.
I'll add a Revolve Form Tempest to my hand.
Okay.
The rest on the bottom of my deck in any order that I wish. And of course, I cannot forget about a Wayward Therapy Angel skill. I'll Soul Blast 1 card, or to call it, or to the back row center. And that's because my Vanguard was a grade 3. I'll go for a Knight of Fracture Schneisel. Using his own skill. Well, I'll take a look at the top 5 cards in my deck. I'll add a Revolve Form Gust to my hand as well. The rest, let's go back to the deck, and then I shuffle it. Alright. Now, because of Schneissel's skill, I'll add another 5,000 power. Alright. Skyfall Arms will attack you for a base of 13,000.
For a base of 13,000. I'll play it safe as best as I can right now. So I'm going to be guarding 15 for that. So that's 2 to pass.
Drive 1. Over trigger!
Okay, Ken. Alrighty.
Alright. Power, of course, will go to Skyfall Arms. I'll remove it from the game. Aim, draw 1. And then and of course, because of the over trigger, my Schneisel can now perform a drive check. Drive 2. Revolve Form Tempest.
Alright, so the 100 power going to the 100 million going to the Vanguard, so I will damage check. No trigger there.
Alright. Now, correct me if I'm wrong when I'm saying this, but I believe when Raika in the sub says this, he says, Ochiro, dokumademo, levotores!
Gust.
Ball form, Gust is what I'm going into.
Okay.
The Sapphire Knight will bring the Storm of Sorrow. Oh, this Hurricane Knight's power will allow me to discard 1 card from my hand to give it plus 10,000 power and plus 1 drive.
Alrighty.
Alright. With Wayward Therapy Angel support, Revolve Form Gust attacks the Vanguard for 10, 23, 33,000 power and a single drive.
Okay. No god.
Check the drive. Sequana, no trigger there.
Alright, damage check. No trigger there. Lost my perfect guard.
Alright. Knight of Fracture Schneisel. Bonus coming in at the Vanguard. Art for 15,000 power and a single drive.
Okay, 50,000 power in a single drive. Single drive. That is the hard part. But okay, 15. I think this will put me up to 28, so this is a no pass.
Drive check. A front trigger. Still a necessary piece for my defense. Alright. I'm going to end my turn there. Since it's the end of my turn, Skyfall Arms comes back from the soul. It's your move.
Alrighty. Stand and I draw. Okay. Alright. Time to show you Shojodoji's true power. Persona right. Draw 1. Alright, all my units in front row gets plus 10k. Not gonna lie, I kinda miss doing the counters thing. So. Alrighty. So here's what I'm going to do right now. So I'm gonna be using his Who? Can't remember the name. I'm gonna be using his X skill. I'm gonna be binding 2 stealth normal units for my soul, unprecedented as well as Folktail. Now I'll choose the circles that Schneizer and River Therapy Angel are on, and all units on those circles get sent to the bind. At the end of your turn, you'll get to retrieve them back into your soul. You get to retrieve them back into your hand. My mistake. So they'll come back after
So
at the end of the turn.
Alright, so I'll put these over here where the counters are.
Alrighty. Okay. So with that binds done, they are not going to they're not going to stay in the bind for too long. So alright. So first things first, I am going to let me just double check everything just to make sure that I'm not misplaying anything. Alright, very cool. Alright, so first things first, I'm gonna be attacking 28 straight into Youthberk.
Wait, this is 28 so far.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a no guard. I can take the hit.
Alrighty.
And there's a heal trigger.
Very nice. You heal 1.
I'll heal 1 point of damage, and the 10,000 power will go to Youthberk Skyfall Arms.
Okay. So I'm now going to be attacking with Shojodoji using his skill, Counterblast 1, sending 2 rear guards into the soul. And then after that, I call a card out from the bind zone to a rear guard circle. Alright, unprecedented I'll call, and my opponent's grade 3 or more, that called unit gets plus 10k. Alright, unprecedented skill. If 2 cards from the rear guard circle has gone into the soul, this unit gets plus 10k too as well. So he's big and beefy on this side. So this one is 31 coming after you.
Alright, so you said 31 with Kichi, what's the name again?
Shojodoji.
Shojodoji, okay.
Shojodoji.
So that's 31 for the Vanguard. How much will the other column be?
Alrighty, so this one is currently 20. And the great trade that just called out is currently 13, 23, 43.
43,000 power.
Oh,
Alright,
sorry, before that, when he's called to a Vanguard Circle by Vanguard's ability, I actually get to Soul Blast 1. And I get to draw 1 card.
Alright, so it's currently right now 31 on 20, 43.
Yes.
Alright. Well, I don't think if you get a critical on this Vanguard attack and you apply it to the Vanguard, I'm done for. So I'll perfect guard the attack by dropping a Skyfall Arms and using Paladinium Zeal Dragon.
Alrighty, so I will twin drive right now. First check, no trigger. Second checked, front trigger. All units in the front row gets plus 10k.
Alright.
Alright.
So that means your left side and my right side is now 33, and my left side, your right side is at 53.
Yes, correct. So that's not 53, this is just 30. I'll be using Jacobenzo Axe's soul skill. So when he attacks, I get the Soul Blast 1. And I choose 1 card from the bind and send it to the bottom of the deck. From your bind and send it to the bottom of the deck. I'm sending Snizel to the bottom.
Okay.
Alright, so this is 30k coming after you. This should be a 10k card.
30,000. With a Recuperate Angel, I'll block the attack.
Alrighty. Then this will be attacking your Vanguard for 53. Unprecedented. Living up to his name.
You said you didn't say 43 or 53?
53. Because of the
53, okay.
because of the plus 5k the front row.
So. I will take the hit.
Alright.
With all form Gust.
Gust. Alright. Then I'll pass the turn over. You get to fetch Wayward Therapy Angel back to your hand.
And when the unit is called from the bind zone back to the rearguard circle, do I have to place it in its original placement or anywhere else?
It goes back to your hand. So you get to send it back to your hand, yeah.
Alright. Stand and draw. Alright, goes back to hand. Persona Ride. I draw a card thanks to its skill. Oh, and 10,000 power will go to the entire front row. Alright. Using Youthberk's skill, I'll drop up a card from my hand to take a look at the top 3 cards in my deck. I will call only Wayward Therapy Angel. The rest get put onto the bottom of the deck in any order that I wish.
Oh, okay.
Because I used Wayward Therapy Angel's skill when I discarded, I'll drop a Gust to call all her to your original spot. I will call upon the Witch of Acclamation Sequana. And I'll also call a Schneisel as well, using his own skill. Well, top 5 cards. With.
Alrighty.
Here we go. Skyfall Arms attacks the Vanguard for 23.
For 23. Alright. So I'm going to be guarding, intercepting. So this is currently 20. That puts me at 33. That's 1. I'll put down the great one. So this is for 2 triggers.
2 triggers to pass.
Yes.
First check. A heal trigger.
You can heal.
Alright, I will heal 1 damage. 10,000 power will go to my Schneisel.
Alright.
Second check. A critical trigger. All effects will go to my Schneisel.
Okay. Felt like I dodged a bullet there.
But I'm afraid you're not out of the woods, or in this case, the storm, quite yet. O great Black Knight, who dawns the destruction of the skies, enhance the power of the Emerald Tornado, and make my opponent fall forever. Revolve Dress! Youthberk, Revolve Form Tempest. With Tempest skill, both Schneisel and Tempest will get 5,000 power. With Sequana's skill, well, I put her into the soul. Well, because I Revolve Dress to give Youthberk a single drive. Now, on a Tempest's own skill, I'll reveal the top 2 cards of my deck and add them to my hand. A grade 2 and a grade 0. Do you have any cards with that?
No. I just intercepted my grade 2 to avoid that, so... So nothing gets into the bottom deck, so...
Still, that's 2 more cards added to my hand, and for extra defense. Alright. Here we go. With Wayward Therapy Angel support, Schneisel attacks the Vanguard using Schneisel's own skill. That's another 5,000 power to Tempest. This is for 10, 20, 40, 55,000 power and double crits aiming at the Vanguard.
Well, the thing about the storms is that a great captain knows how to navigate through those waters. So I'm just gonna guard with my over trigger, bring it up to 63.
Well, at least I know that you don't have an over trigger now to use. Alright, since I don't have any units in this column, I'll return this back. Since Schneisel just finished attacking, I'll put these back. Now with Wayward Therapy Angel support, the Emerald Storm is looking to rage on your Vanguard for 10, 23, 43,000 power and a single drive.
Okay, you can calm down right now. I perfectly got that. Alright, discarding that.
We were Therapy Angel here.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Alright. Since it's the end of my turn, the Tempest armor dissipates, and my Skyfall Arms armor comes back. I end my turn.
Alright. Stand and I draw. Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to play that route or so. But here we go. Right, so I'm not gonna be using. I don't have any persona rights, so I'm just gonna be calling Folktail. Oops. Using her skill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anything that I want to send into the soul, yes, please. I'll be sending Unprecedented into the soul, and the rest get shuffled. Alrighty. Okay, and then with that, I am going to call Jakubetsu Axe as well as the Great One. Only one card left in my hand. I'm not going to be using his skill. It's a bit not worth it at this point in time. Alright, so once again, Shojodoji skill. Sending 2 cards to the bind from my soul, which will be Unprecedented and Hadan Soul. Alright, and then I'll be sending Schneisel and Wayward Therapy Angel in the same column to the bind.
So my entire left column goes to the bind zone?
Yes, you'll get it back at the end of the turn. Although I'm aiming not for that to happen. Let's see how I do here. Alright, so I'm gonna be attacking with Jakumetsu Axe right now. A Jakumetsu Axe skill, Soul Blast 1. And I'll be sending Schneisel to the bottom of the deck.
Alright.
Alrighty, so this one is coming at you for 18.
For 18,000. That's an attack I can safely take. No trigger there.
No trigger there. Alright, Shojodoji will attack. Once again, counter blast 1. Send 2 Regards into the soul. Call a card from my bind. And it'll get plus 10k. Alright, Unprecedented this side. Both Unprecedents, I should say. They will get plus 10k because 2 cards wait for the Regards in the soul. So this is currently 21 coming after your Vanguard.
Alright, 1,000 with a and 21,000 right now. Your left side, my right side column, how much is that right now?
Alright, so I'll count out all the powers. So this is 23 plus 8, so 31. This is 33.
So you said 31 on this side?
Mm-hmm. And 33 on the other.
33 on the other. Okay. 33 on the other side. Alright. Let's see here.
So you got this?
I'm still deciding.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because I know that if you pull... Because I know for a fact... Just to ask, just to make my decision hopefully a little bit easier, how many triggers do you have revealed right now?
Okay, 5 in the drop, none in the soul, 2 in the damage zone.
Can you tell me what triggers they are?
Oh, okay. So, there's a heal and a draw in the damage zone. Alright. My drop zone currently has the over trigger. 1 front, 1 crit, 2 fronts. 2 fronts, 2 crits.
2 fronts, 2 crits. A 21 against 13 right now with the possibility of 2 triggers. That would be a total of 41. Total of 41,000 power. 41,000. My twin Volition Rigger Dragons will guard the Vanguard attack.
30k, so that brings you up to 41, okay.
43, so that's a no pass.
So that's a no pass, you're right. Okay, Twin Drive. First check heal trigger. I am not able to heal. I will give power to to this unprecedented. So this is 41 now. Second check, draw trigger, power to this side.
Oh.
And I get to draw one.
So power to this column here.
Yes, both sides get one trigger thinking. So now it is 43 and 41.
Alright.
And 41 is attacking you right now.
Looks like I'm gonna have to bet it all on this damage check. If I don't pull the heal trigger, it's game over.
Alrighty, here we go.
Let's see.
Check the damage. Oh, it's an alpaca front trigger. The reason why I didn't guard is because the only cards that I had in my hand that had shield were a Daring Knight Soel, an Alpac, a Recuperate Angel, a Wayward Therapy Angel, and a Schneisel. I could block one attack, but I couldn't block the other.
So
where's the
next seal?
It was 4 cards down after that.
I see. Well, I actually was a little worried on my side, because if you were able to guard off this entire attack, right, I actually didn't have enough to be able to guard everything that you might be doing, even though I had a PG. After it's 30k, at which point I could only stop either Youthberk or whoever your Revolve form was or so. And you had the ability to search, since I did give you back your Wayward Therapy Angel for it. So yeah, it was my loss if I wasn't able to catch you right here.
Yeah, I gotta say, the Dragon Empire line is definitely very interesting, because you can call from the bind zone to release more attacks, and of course you can bind my units, which can be quite troublesome. But ultimately, I think I should definitely watch out for that.
Even though, sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
But ultimately, even though I did play my cards right, and I think I could have held on. I thought I was having the best hand, but I wasn't getting my perfect guards in my hand or the right materials. Mostly, they just either came in the damage zone or they just didn't come into the deck later on.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what ended up being my own downfall.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say that when I was playing this against you, so I basically was trying to perform. I felt like I was performing surgery, because I had to technically choose which to send into the bind zone or so, whether if it's worth actually doing so. And even though you only had Schneider Wayward Therapy Angel out the entire time or so, the question was, do I give you back Wayward Therapy Angel so that it's a safe discard to use for Youthberk's ability, or do I give you back Schneisel, which kind of gives you the same thing, but much more impressive attacker than Wayward Therapy Angel was. So it just came down to whether if I had the units. I definitely wanted to send both, but I didn't have the options to. And even though I had this in hand, right, his timing unfortunately could not be any worse or so, because he only appears when placed from hand. So I cannot use his ability to call him out and do that. It's only Jakumetsu Arts that can do that. And the thing about Shojodoji is that it's definitely a much more interesting and much more fun. Quite tactical and a bit difficult. This one actually took me about a couple of days to actually figure out how to properly play this Shojodoji deck. With the way that it does, so I still would lose out to any decks, right, that still can fill up. They can still fill up their field, no problem. And Youthberk was definitely one of those decks that could actually put a halt to this. So.
Yeah, and